Good morning, everyone. This is Dustin Cook coming at you for Chronic Fitness today. And I just want to continue my conversation that I had with you yesterday on the topic of success. And I wanted to start it with a story. So if you know anything about me and my brand, I have a training partner, Noah Shembe Kai TZ. He is a professional bodybuilder who competes. And there's a story behind him and his journey in Tanzania competing. The best he's ever done is third place in 2017. So my friend, he competes every year. There's a national championship, a national competition. And there's this guy that competes also here in the nationals every year and always takes first place. And so I've only been here in Tanzania since March, and so we've been friends since then. And I've gotten to know him a little bit, and I have been a really awesome addition to his training and his motivation and putting a fire under him. But I brought a new element to the table, which is mindset. And the thing about that I want to talk about is that when you see your goal clearly, which for him is taking first place in the national competition here in Tanzania, you already know the probability of who you need to beat, because they're going to be there. You know what you need to do. You know the standard that they're going to bring because they're consistent. And the way to be successful in anything, including something like this, is you have to be 100% committed and willing to sacrifice everything and do whatever it takes to accomplish that task, to make that dream come true. But you can't even just say, okay, I'm going to put all of my heart into it and do it. You need to come up with a plan and then follow it to the T well in advance to the approximated time for when it's time to show what you've done, the fruits of your labor, to be able to go compete in that competition or take that test or launch a product or invest in a new company or whatever you're going to be doing. That is the ultimate time of testing how hard you've worked at what you're trying to do. But until then, you've got to make a plan and be super specific and really know exactly the parts that you need to do. And yeah, it might change. Hopefully things don't happen along the way that change the plan drastically, like injuries or like an earthquake or, God forbid, something else. But you still need to make it very clear on how you're going to accomplish what you're going to do and the timeline to do it and everything you need to do on the daily, weekly, monthly, and then like up until that moment in time. It's so very clear how to do something like this, but people are afraid of failing. They're afraid that I can't do it because he's better than me. No, he's not better than you. He's just has more commitment to that goal. He has put more effort, more time. He has found the road to beating you, to being better than you. But that doesn't mean he's actually better than you, or that whatever you're doing, you can't be the best at it. It just means what you're doing right now and what you've done in the past isn't good enough. And that's obvious by your results. You can't just keep doing the same thing and then hoping that the next time is going to be different, because it's not. It's going to be exactly the same as it was the time before. And if you don't have that passion, that fire, that desire, that push and drive that gets you up when you don't want to get up and forces you to do the things that are very uncomfortable to achieve that goal, you don't want it bad enough. You just don't want it bad enough. Let's be honest. Like, if you really wanted to do something, for example, you're really hungry and you you're feeling physically bad because you're so hungry, you're going to go find a way to eat. You're going to find food, and that's the only thing that's going to be on your mind. That is the exact same thing that it feels like, and the type of thinking it is inside your brain to be successful in something, be the best at something. That it is your hunger, it is the pit in your stomach that drives you. It's the primal instinct. Everything in your body, all the molecules are pushing in that direction. And you don't care what anyone thinks. No one's opinion matters. You're not worried about anything. You throw all of the caution to the wind because you're 100% in. You have no plan B. Your eggs are all in one basket, and that's how to be successful in anything. You literally have to be there, present every day. And if it means that, yeah, you might have to work more than you are now. You might have to work harder than you are now. You might have to get new people around you to help you. You may have to discover new avenues. Try something different. If you've been already working at this dream or this success for years, 3 to 5 years, and you haven't achieved a different result yet, then that means you need to change what you're doing. It's so very obvious. So if, training, if preparing for a test or doing something a certain way hasn't been working in the past, you need to change it. So either be about it or stop talking about it. Like, is it really what you want? That's what I ask you today. If you say that you want to do something and it's your goal and it's your dream, do you really want it? Are you willing to do whatever it takes, and then not worry about what anyone else thinks, and not worry about the future, if you can do it or not, but you're going to put everything you can into it for that certain amount of time in your mind that it's a plan for? If it's a 2 to 5 year plan, you're going to do this. The best thing is to not even have a time limit on it. Just, okay, if I don't succeed this year, I'm going to keep pushing that same 150%, killing myself, sacrificing everything until the next year. And if it didn't work the next year, I'm already better than I was the 2 years before. The third year, you're going to get it. You're going to get there. But the commitment has to be there. The never quitting and putting everything into it. Literally devoting your life to the idea. Not giving up on it just because it wasn't easy. It's not going to be easy. If somebody has been better than you for 4 years, he's going to be better than you this year. However, that doesn't mean it's impossible to win, to be better than them. It just means that the person you were before in the past wasn't good enough. And so you have to be better. You have to experiment. You have to explore, adventure, and dive into the ocean with no life jacket. And you are going to sink or swim, but you are not going to give yourself a third option. There is no third option. You are either going to succeed or you're going to fail. But if you fail, it's not a failure, it's success, because you still grew as a person. You still learned. You still got better. And then when you fail, you will be able to get up stronger than you were before because you had gotten all of those growth habits, all of those mindset habits, all of those new techniques. And now you can implement them again and compound the factor, and it will add up to what you want. But you have to keep adding. You have to keep going. You cannot quit. Things in life are not overnight. They are not 1 month. They are not 3 months. They are not 1 year. The best things in the world have taken 5, 10, 15 years to come to fruition. These are long-term plans of long commitment. The people that stay committed the longest get rewarded the most. And that is literally what I need to leave with you, is that it's not complicated to be successful. You just need to see and look at the people that have been successful before, those mindsets, those techniques, and those values that those people have translate over into everything. Jeff Bezos, 20-year plan to get to Amazon to what it is today, the biggest company in the world. Elon Musk, Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, all of these are people that people don't want to see and look down into the past, that it's not fancy or sexy. Nobody wants to talk about it. Those people grinded for a decade or longer in their craft. They did their dream. They knew where they wanted to go. They knew the destination they wanted to arrive into, but they knew it wasn't going to be easy. They knew that they had to put in more work and more dedication than anyone else to be the very best at what they did. And that is literally how they got there. That they had a dream and they never gave up on it. Be that person in 2021. I challenge all of my fans, all of my friends, all of my family, everyone that sees and hears this message. I challenge you to be the person that has a fire in their soul that everyone else can see but can't be extinguished. No one can tell you that your dream is not possible. No one can tell you that you're going to fail, because you're not listening to anyone else. You've made up your mind. You've made a decision and you are committed. There is no plan B. There is no plan C. There is only getting the goal line, accomplishing what you want in life. And that, my friends, is how to live an amazing life. I love you, and I will talk to you again soon. Have an amazing day, and go out there and grab your dreams.